Hi, what if I were to tell you that one of the most important muscles that women over 40 should be training isn't their biceps, it's not their abs, and it's not their glutes, but it's their heart. Hi, I'm StacyRae Bednick, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Healthy and Fit with Stacy Rae. I'm so glad you're here. About 3 weeks ago, I decided to reinvent my YouTube channel. I had gotten busy and life happened, COVID happened. I closed my women's personal training studio and I had 3 boys at school in their bedrooms going to school. So life was in session and that was just then, and my YouTube channel kind of took a little hiatus, but I'm back now, and I'm back because I really want to talk to women over 40. I'm in my 60s. I'm going to be 63 this year, and I share that because I'm very proud of that. And I think it's important for women to know that we women in our 60s have a lot to share. We have a lot of wisdom, and I'm someone who's been in the health and fitness industry for 42 years, teaching personal training, health coaching, and as a fitness instructor. And I want to be able to be inspirational, educational, and motivating for women over 40 to take action with their health. So, hence the reinvention of my YouTube channel. I started off by wanting to talk about the 4 pillars of health. Last week was the first pillar, which was on strength training, the importance of strength training for women over 40. And this week it's pillar number 2, cardio and heart health. And so your heart health is super important to pay attention to. It definitely needs to be something that you want to do every week in your exercise program, putting it in what I call your toolbox, all right? We've got strength training in that toolbox, and we want to have cardiovascular exercise in that toolbox. And cardiovascular exercise is very, very important for many, many reasons. There's many benefits to it. And we as women need both cardio and strength training. So I really want to share with you some benefits of having cardiovascular exercise in your exercise program, as well as some examples of cardiovascular exercise. This pillar is very personal to me. I'll share with you as to why in just a moment. But something I want women over 40 to also not overlook is that I don't want you to simply look strong. I want you to feel strong and be strong, mentally, physically, and also from a cardiovascular standpoint of having a strong heart. And that's going to help you move better. It's going to help you have better endurance, and it's also going to help you have better cardiovascular endurance to get out there and play with your grandchildren, to just have the stamina and the energy to enjoy life and travel and all the things that you want to do. And so that comes from having a strong heart, also being able to keep up with all of the things that you want to do, and that your heart is also going to be strengthened from a different system in your body, not just from strength training, but from cardiovascular training. So one of the reasons that this pillar is so personal to me is because in July of 2023, I had a massive widowmaker heart attack on July 12th. And I survived. By the grace of God, and thank you, God, I survived that heart attack. Only 12% of people that have a widowmaker heart attack survive, and I'm in that 12%. I did have a stent put in my heart. 2 weeks later, unfortunately, I had a second heart attack. Same thing, had another stent put in my heart. So I am super double-timed blessed by still being here and being able to share my story. And I share my story because I want to encourage women of all ages, even under 40, to get started on an exercise program. Start paying attention to your health well before you're 40 and well after 40 and every decade thereafter. Because it is my health and the fact that I was in good shape that it helped save my life. And that's what the cardiovascular surgeon, cardiovascular doctor, and the surgeon both told me. I don't have a ton of health issues in my health history. Heart attacks don't discriminate, and that's what happened to me. That is my story, and it helped save my life because I had been exercising most of my life and I was in good shape. Fast forward, I recovered. I had to do a lot of cardiovascular heart recovery things to help myself get back on track. I am fully recovered from my 2 heart attacks, and I'm very grateful for that. So that's my story. If for some reason, God forbid, something were to come your way where you have a health issue and you've been exercising, you've been doing strength training, you've been doing cardiovascular exercise, you are going to be able to overcome it much better, regardless if it's cancer, MS, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, the list goes on and on. You are able to overcome or deal with and walk through a health issue if you have been taking care of your health beforehand. Something that my experience did for me is it changed the way that I look at health forever as well. It reminded me that we can never take our hearts for granted and we need to respect them because we only have one and it requires our attention. So your heart is one of the most important muscles in your body, so take good care of it. Cardio matters also more, and it's not just for losing weight, doing a lot of cardio to lose weight or burn more calories, okay? Cardiovascular exercise is actually more beneficial and helpful to help strengthen your lungs and your cardiovascular system. So looking at cardiovascular exercise, a lot of people want to utilize it for weight loss and burning calories. Actually, if you want to think of it differently and more from a holistic perspective, think of doing cardiovascular exercise to help strengthen your heart and have your lungs be more efficient, as well as helping you have a more efficient and improve your VO2 max. And your VO2 max is very important because we want to have better VO2 max so that we have more efficiency with getting oxygen and blood to our organs and throughout our body. The harder that you do, the better shape your cardiovascular system is going to get into, and the more optimal and efficiently you will be functioning, and your VO2 max will increase. Some other benefits that I want to share with you while I'm here is you have better ability to perform everyday activities. You have more energy to play with your grandchildren. Maybe you want to travel more. You need endurance and stamina to be able to travel. Different time zones, getting on and off a plane and in and out of a taxi and all of those things. Traveling takes a lot of energy. So if you want to travel, you want to be in good cardiovascular shape. It helps with your brain health, energy, stamina, also heart health, circulation, as well as improved endurance, and also helps with maintaining your blood sugars better. So for example, if you're type 2 diabetic, or if you're not, a great idea is to take a walk, for example, after your biggest meal. That will help to regulate your blood sugars. It'll also help to decrease your cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And for women over 40, we want to help decrease that hormone, and you can do that through walking, and that is a form of cardiovascular exercise. Walking is one of my most favorite forms of cardiovascular exercise. It's easy, it can be done anywhere, any place, anytime. You just have to take yourself for a walk. Other forms of cardiovascular exercise are swimming, the elliptical trainer, spinning, outdoor biking, rowing, doing a dance class, Zumba, step aerobics. You can make up a little routine, have different stations at home, jump roping. Those are all forms of cardiovascular exercise, and you want to do it about 3 to 5 times a week for 30 minutes. The good news is that you don't have to do it all at one time, and you don't have to be doing it for an hour and killing yourself at a gym 60 minutes every time you go on the treadmill or a long time. Think of cardiovascular exercise in incremental increments where perhaps you might have 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunchtime, 10 minutes in the afternoon. That's 30 minutes in your cardio bank at the end of the day. So sometimes for a lot of people, and for a lot of my clients, that has been one of their saving graces, that they don't have to have a block of 30 minutes where they either do it or don't do it. It's not a question, and it's doable. We're busy. So grab those little pockets of time when you have them and go for a walk, and then maybe go for another walk, or maybe that's all the time you have in that day. But try to aim for a minimum of 150 minutes per week. You could also do a little bit more of a powerful cardio program one week for 75 minutes, but those are just some guidelines. If you have an Apple Watch, wear it, check out your heart rate, or a Fitbit, count your steps. That's rewarding out there, and take care of your heart health. I hope that this YouTube channel has given you some inspiration to get started. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and until then, get vertical and get moving.